2. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Howdy folks, thanks for checking out the lesson here for Cripple Creek. We're going to be playing in the key of A, but playing out of G position, of course, with that capo on the 2nd fret there. And this is, of course, a classic old-time fiddle tune standard, a must-know at any jam. And I've created 2 arrangements for it. And inside those arrangements, I've done variations. So Cripple Creek, the melody is really only 4 bars long. It's only 4 bars for the A and 4 bars for the B. Now they both repeat, right? It goes A, A, B, B. And so in the first arrangement, we'll do an A, and then we'll do an A prime, or variation. And then the B, and then a B prime, or variation, okay? And then the second arrangement, we'll go in the lower register and really dig in to those low strings, as you heard there. And again, same thing there too. We'll do A prime, B, B prime. And so it's just going to give you a handful of ways to play this simple melody, perhaps mix and mingle some measures, and just to make it a little bit more interesting as you learn this simple melody. If you want to access the full-length lesson, both arrangements, download all the tablature and download the audio tracks, which are various speeds and come with and without the lead, and access Sound Slice, click the link in the description to learn how. We're going to start breaking down that first arrangement right now. Thanks for watching. All right, so let's put the tabs up on the screen here, and I'm going to play those first 4 or 5 bars for the first arrangement at Cripple Creek, and it's got a pickup on beat 4, and watch those pick directions. The staples are the downs, the V's are the ups. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more time, 2, 3. Then it would finish. Okay, that's actually the first 4 bars. The melody is really only 4 bars long in the A part and in the B part. And you could just repeat these first 4 bars, and I'll talk about this more as we go. But I've kind of created variations for each A and for each B part, okay? So we'll just slightly alter the melody. Again, you can play these first 4 bars, you can just repeat them, or you could take the second 4 bars, which we'll cover in a little bit, and repeat that, and make that the whole A part. So, again, I'll keep talking about it as we go, but here's the breakdown for these measures now. We have a pickup on beat 4, and it starts on the high string open, and then 2, and then measure 2, the first, measure 2, or the first full measure. Go to the 3rd fret on the high E, and then back to 2, back to 3, open. So those are all 8th notes, right? 1 and 2, and then right here is 2 quarter notes, 3rd fret of the B, then open B. Those are just downstrokes. Measure 3, we go to the 1st fret on the B string. So 1, open, 1, and then high E, and then 3 on the B. And then we have a pickup again, or kind of coming back around, open E, 2nd fret, and then measure 4, go to the 3rd fret on the E string. We do it 3 times there, 1 and 2, and then open E, 3 on the B, 1, open, 3. So if I put that all together, 1, 2, 3. And then going on here to measures 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, or 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to end this first time in the A, and we're going to keep on going. And it's essentially repeating the A part, okay? The melody's the same. We've just created a variation for that melody. So here's what it sounds like. 3, 4. That's the ending. And then we pick back up. I went on just a little bit there. Okay, so again, in measure 5, first fret of the B, then open, 2 on the G, 4 on the D, and then open G. And then right here, again, you can repeat what we've just learned, and that would be totally fine. Or you can play this second variation, if you will. And I just change things around a little bit, simplify it in some spots, and make it more expressive in others. So you can mix and mingle this and so forth. But yes, this is the A part the second time, and it's a variation essentially. So open E, 2, same little pickup, but then I make the melody really straight ahead here. On the 3rd fret E, twice, and then 3 on the B, and then open. The measure is very easy, right? All quarter notes. And then this little spot is the same as before. So 1, open, 1 on the B, open E, 3 on the B. And then here, this little ending is a bit different than the first time in the A. So it's still 0, 2 there on the high E. And then a nice little run, kind of almost Doc Watson-ish, if you will. 3 on the E, open, 3 on the B, open B, back to open E, 3 on the B, open B, and then 3 on the G string. That's a flatted 3rd right there. It'll be a little bluesy, and we'll slide down to 2 or pull, but I often will slide. And then if I'm going on there, 2 on the G, and open, 2 on the D, pull it open, and open G. A nice strum on the bottom 3 strings, just to kind of fill it in. So those 4 or 5 bars right there sound like this. 2, ready, go. Okay, and you could also start, on that pickup before measure 6, and you could do 6 through 9, and you could play that as the A part twice, right? Because it always goes A, A, B, B, and of course we have an A and then kind of an A prime, and we'll do that same thing going on. But if that makes sense, is you could do the first 4 bars twice, or you could do the second 4 bars twice. Okay, so you have to listen to the tune if and get familiar with how these fiddle tunes work if you're not already, if that doesn't make sense. But I think most of you understand that have been playing this style of music and done some of these fiddle tunes. So yes, that's A and the A prime there. Let me play it all the way through just so you can hear it one time. So from the top, 1, 2, 3. Okay, there it is. So let's move on to the B part. So starting at measure 10, here's what it sounds like. These first, probably just gonna break down these 3 measures here all at once. 3, 4. I went on just a little bit there to kind of complete the phrase, but so in measure 10, we're going to do some double stops now. And it's going to be on the 3 of the B and the 4 of the G. Very common little double stop, of course, in this style. And we're going to do a little grace note slide into that first one, as you see there. There's a little 2 and 3. We're going to slide into it. Okay, so 1, and then we'll pluck it again. 2, and then we'll go down to 2 on the G. Open. 2 on the D. Open D. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and in measure 11, we're going to do that double stop again, and we're going to grace note. We're going to do it twice this time. You could do it once or none at all, but I have it twice now. So, and then open strings here, G and the B. I always find it weird to hit the G and the B open like as a double stop together. It just feels weird, right, to play open strings like that in the melody. Maybe not for you, but for me, it's just, you know, should I really dig into those 2 open strings? But that's what it is. And then another little run, kind of like we did before, just slightly different. So open, E, 2, and then 3, open E, 3 on the B, open E, 3 on the B, open B, and then right here we're gonna go 2 and slide up to 4, or shift up to 4, and 3 on the B, and then 4, 2, slide back down on the G string. Then open G, and then a strum. Okay, all 4 of those, starting at measure 10. Ready, go. And so, as before, you know, we can do this. We can repeat those very same 4 bars that we just did for the repeat of the B part, right? Because it's always A, A, B, B. And we could just do, measure 10 through 13. You could just repeat that, but I have a variation written up, right? So measure 14, 15, 16, 17 is, again, the B part variation, or the B part B prime, maybe they might call it. And we just alter and tweak things just a little bit, so it's a little bit more interesting to the listener, perhaps. So if I start at measure 14, I put the tabs back up there, and for and we get a little fun, right? We have a little nice bluesy, you know, kind of showman style lick, if you will. And yeah, it fits nice in there, so it's fun to do. Spice things up. Flashy lick. So measure 14, we're gonna slide into those double stops again to the 3rd and 4th fret, and then 3 on the B, 5 on the B, 3, 4. Slide down to 2, open G. 4 in the G string, yeah. Measure 15, we slide to the double stops again. And then 3 on the B, 5. And then here's a quarter note on the 3. And there's that little 8th note rest in there, okay? So we're gonna start this lick on the and of beat 4. Okay, so it'll feel syncopated to start. But that's what gives it, you know, that's what gives it the feel and the creativeness. So 3, 4, and then 5 on the B, shift up to 8, and when you land on that 8, that's the downbeat of the next measure, right? That's the downbeat of 16. Then 6, 7 hammer on the E, back to 8 on the B, down to 5 on the B, 3, 5, 3, so just back and forth there. In the next measure, 5 on the G, open G, 3, 4 hammer on the G, and then I land on the 5th fret of the D. It's a G note. You could do open too, but I wanted to fret there for some reason. Okay, so that lick, it all together now from measure 14. Ready, go. 3, 4, and whoops, I hit a wrong note there, or open string. But anyway, you get the idea. So there is the first arrangement for Cripple Creek, and if you want to download the tabs and the audio tracks that come with and without lead parts at multiple speeds, you can access Sound Slice as well if you'd like. You can click the link down there below, and when you're ready, we will move on to the second arrangement and break down everything in that one. All right?